Hi everyone, this is Jason Zach from Nathaniel School of Music. In this tutorial, we are going to work out a concept called melodic arpeggios. So I have done exercises to practice arpeggios in a melodic way to kind of customize the patterns. We leave some links in the description, but this will be very new if you've watched all those. And watch those as well. That'll be a nice kind of small mini course to practice melodic arpeggios. So what we are going to focus on in this lecture or in this exercise compared to the other lessons that I've done would be accents as well as melody. So you're going to play an arpeggio pattern which is not very traditional sounding, but it still sounds very groovy. And when we get that groove or that syncopation or those accents going, we just have to play a melody along those lines. So the lesson I have for you will be based on the A flat major scale, 4 flats. Or you can even consider it as F minor, which is its relative minor. Again, 4 flats. Okay, we'll develop a chord progression around it. For now, it's just going to be the pop chords 6, 4, 1. And instead of that 5, we can add a 5 augmented. That'll be fun. Anyway, so the melody line would be pretty simple on the A flat major scale. So get your keyboards out. You'd also want to get the notation for this, the MIDI files and my handwritten notes. It'll be available for you on our Patreon channel, and your support there would really help us make more lessons like this. So do consider heading over to our Patreon page. So arpeggios with accents and bringing out the melody while you play them. Okay, so lots to do. Let's get cracking. So first off, the melody line. The melody line is A flat, B flat, C, A flat, G, B flat. So that's all I'm doing there. A flat, B flat, C, A flat, G, B flat. Or you can consider it in scale degrees as 1, 2, 3, 1, 7, 2, 1, 7, 2, or sa re ga sa ni re sa. Okay, and to play these stacks of 3 notes, we will group them in 8s, and we'll figure out, okay, how can you do the number 8 with, groupings of like 3 accented phrases, maybe 3, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, or 3, 2, 3. You can also do 4, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1. But these don't sound very groovy as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Okay, so let's work out all of those movements first of all. So I'm going to consider mainly the 3 and 2 groupings. But yeah, you can even do the 4, 2, 2 groupings as well. So let's just look at all of that. And you could consider these as 16th note feel. So you're dividing the beat into 4 units or 4 subdivisions. So 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3. So that's the vibe. Or you can even consider it as 8th notes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, depending on how you wish to roll forward. But I'm going to use 16th notes for the notation and in this lesson because it'll sound groovier that way. Okay, the first thing would be a 3-3-2, which is called the Tresillo. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. You can probably play some chord roots in the left hand to support the Tresillo. Now here's the challenge for the left hand. You'll have to be capable enough to play the accents of the right hand or the pulse. And the pulse could be an 8th note pulse or a double time pulse, or a single pulse. When you're playing this in the right hand, you count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So every 1 is where you're hitting the right hand. But what about the other beats? You're basically latching on to the 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a right E and a 2E and a 3E. And what about the 1E and? What happened to the E and? So those remaining subdivisions could be the chord tones. What's the first chord? F minor. So what are the remaining notes of F minor? C and F. The melody line is A flat. So you invert the F minor chord, or you are in either you look at it as top down, where you are playing F minor respecting the melody A flat on top, or you say F minor should be played with what melody note that is there, A flat. So in order to do that, it is the second inversion. So this is the root position, it has only a C. This is the first inversion, it has an F. And this is the second inversion, it has an A flat. So this inversion of F minor would work. You can start actually by stacking E and a 2E and a 3E and I'm just holding it down, F minor, and trying to play the melody with these three fingers of the right hand. It'll be a nice practice also to work out your finger independence by holding the fingers down, at least for a half bar. Or you'll have to do pulses as well in the right hand, which will be another finger independence challenge, right? Or we'll go back to minims. Play along with me. You can even pause the video. Okay, this lesson was about arpeggios, so now let's bring that into play. We've already got the feeling of 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1. So why not, instead of playing F minor as a block chord, fill up those beats with those notes, but in an arpeggiated manner. So instead of blocking 1E and a 2E and a 1E, you're filling up every single subdivision. 1E and a 2E and the hit points of the melody are 1E and a 2E and. But the remaining notes could be the remaining notes of the chord. Now this is exactly the technique used by a finger style guitar player or a banjo player. So that's basically the way they play music in the first place. So this is nothing very unique really. It's probably unique for piano, but it's not unique for string instruments. It's a very common thing. So if the melody line is na 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 na, I'm filling in. So without filling, na 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 na, with filler. Now for the arpeggio, you have the opportunity to either go H, M, L or high, middle, low. You're just dropping down the set of notes, or you can even do high, low, middle. Up to you. Arpeggios are usually tried with speed, right? So you'll have to figure out what technique works for you. So, or get used to both. Or and we were working this out on F minor, but the chords that I have for you in the chord progression are D flat major, A flat major, C augmented or C7 sharp 5, if you want to look at it that way. Okay, now in the left hand you're playing the chord roots, in the right hand you're just adjusting the notes so that the melody line continues to be A flat, B flat, C, A flat, G, B flat, and then with the other notes F minor, D flat major, A flat major, C augmented. As you can see, all these chords have A flat in common, right? F minor. So I'm inverting it such that A flat's on the top. D flat major, I'm inverting it such that A flat's again on the top. A flat major, I'm inverting it such that A flat's on the top, first inversion. And then root position of C augmented. The arpeggio we already figured out on F minor. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 with the melody line. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, tuck it. You can even use some Indian konokol to go tuck it, 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 tuck. Okay, and to practice this, you might want to either jam along with a drum loop or a metronome, or you can use our very own Rhythm Master training app, which will be a tool where you can just figure out the accents, play those accents along with the metronome, and either hear the accents as ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta or tuck, 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 only the accents. And you can adjust the volume, you can adjust lots of things, and you can even do it with this same chord progression. You have chords, you have just the clave or whatever you need to jam along with. So again, coming back to the left hand, you need to either figure out the accents or the pulse. So we'll leave that a little later. Let's first finish the right hand now with all the chords as we saw. That's F minor with the melody. D flat, A flat, C augmented, F minor, bringing in the roots, A flat, C 7 sharp 5, F. Okay, now that was 3-3-2. What if we consider other ways of adding up to 8? You can do 2 meets 3 meets 3. So that'll be 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 or takka takita takita takka takita takita. So how do we restructure the arpeggio? The same way, you get your melody first. 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1, and now fill up the missing beats with the other notes of the chord. So a very different flavor compared to the earlier one, right? But the same chord progression, similar melody. I'm getting the feeling that I want to shift the chords faster for this phrase. And so on. Two. And what's left? 3 meets 2 meets 3. Obviously change your melody as well. Okay, so you can even play around with the other, adding up to 8 flavors like 4 meets 2 meets 2. That could also work. 3 4 1 2, or 2 meets 4 meets 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 2 1 and so on. 3. You get the idea, and then you don't have to restrict yourself to 8. You can have any number, maybe 7, 9, 11, 13, or 16, a double of 8. So you'll have a bigger cycle of 4x4 to play around with. Ultimately, you're able to play melody, harmony, chords, and an arpeggio pattern, which is very customized for that melody, just in one hand, while the left hand now has to take up the responsibility of either playing the accents of the melody in the right hand, which is kind of easy compared to the pulse. That's the 8th note pulse versus the quarter note pulse. So as a pianist, you have that additional challenge compared to maybe a guitar player, where you will have to also figure out what to do with the other hand, in this case the left hand. So as I said, chord roots or even chords, whatever you might play in the left hand, either you comp the accent hit points or you play the pulse. And the pulse could either be the fast one, 8th notes, or the slower one, quarter notes. Okay, so the entire notation, my handwritten notes, are found on our Patreon channel. You'll also get a MIDI file which you can import into any app to read the notes in a visual manner. And it's about it. Your support on Patreon will help us make further lessons like this for sure. And if you'd like to learn music in a more structured way, do consider a course at Nathaniel. If you'd like to learn similar concepts, similar topics, again, you can package these things in your semester, or you can continue watching along on YouTube. There are a few related videos in the description. Check it out. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave us a comment. That'll be very helpful. And that's about it. Cheers.